Hey, this is Tracy from Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, here to let you know that you are currently watching the Dominic Natty Show. Stay tuned.
Jeffrey Patchell's here from the 90 Day Fiancé show. Do you watch that show? Do you know which one, Jeffrey?
Um, no, the only one I've watched was David and Annie.
David and Annie. Yeah.
Yeah, and the one that went to jail for 9 months, and Fisha, him and Fisha, Georgian and Fisha, I watched them too.
Oh, well, Jeffrey goes to jail all the time. You would love him. Yeah. Got him. Okay.
Damn it, Jeffrey.
Are you thinking of getting married to Luke?
If the divorce ever happens, I mean, when it happens, if it happens, it's a possibility. But I mean, we're fine not being married. But if it comes down to it, I mean, he gave me a ring, so if it comes down to it, yeah, we will get married.
Do people know you're engaged?
It's not that I'm engaged, but it's just like a promise / engagement ring, because I don't know how long this divorce is going to take. It's been like 9-10 months already, and I haven't seen anything yet. So I'm just going to, whenever I get it, I'll sign it, let it go, and then we'll do our part. Be in Vegas, get married any day of the night.
That's true. Okay, but you were given a promise ring. When was that ring given to you?
It was meant, to me, it was just like together forever. But
when was it given to you?
Oh, when? Oh, gosh. I want to say 6 weeks ago, maybe. You're lying. Clint never served me divorce papers. He has not. Don't say you know. You don't know nothing. Anyways.
Okay.
Sorry.
So someone's saying that. Okay. But you are planning on marrying Luke as soon as the divorce is finalized.
Yeah, if he decides to actually get down on one knee and ask me. But I figure that maybe by the time that happens, he might be so sick of me or annoyed by me, he might not want to marry me.
Why is the divorce taking so long?
Well, because he's the initiator on it. And, okay, let me rephrase that. Jen is the initiator on it. And she supposedly mailed one to my mom's house. Never happened. I never got an email. Luke goes into my email. He couldn't find it. And I could be the initiator on it, but I'm not going to, because I'm not in no hurry, you know. I mean, when it happens, it happens. So supposedly his mom already paid for it. Well, if that was the case, how do you divorce on email? I don't get it, but okay, you could, I guess.
Okay. So he's saying that he initiated the divorce, but you've seen no evidence of that.
No, not him. Jen. Jen is the one that talks for him. Jen is the one that sends me everything. Jen is the one that does all the lives. All Jen. And I said, let me talk to Clint. And I said, hey, Clint, how come you're not rushing the divorce? What's the hurry? And he's like, well, don't you want to kind of hurry and get divorced? And I'm like, well, when it comes, it comes. But why are you rushing it? And Jen is like, yeah, we've already signed the paper, or we've already mailed the papers to you. It should be in your email. He can't call me. He's blocked from all my media. Okay. I can't talk to him. She asked me a lot of questions like, did he do this during the relationship? Did he do this? Did y'all do this? Did you know this about him? And I'm just like, yeah. So,
like what? Like what?
Well, like that he has a 16-year-old daughter. Did I know about that? Yeah, I found out 3 years later. I mean, 3 years later. I found out 2 years later that he had a daughter.
So he has a 16-year-old daughter that he keeps hidden from people.
It's not that she's hidden. It's just that the mother didn't want Clint to have nothing to do with the baby. So they were like, okay. And so they have a picture of his daughter. And the parents, they own a barbecue place, a meat market, and the picture of his daughter's hanging up. But that's all they know. He hasn't talked to the lady. He hasn't seen his daughter. He's out of her life because she wanted him to be. Did
Clint cheat on you while you guys were together?
Not that I'm aware of, although he emotionally cheated on me. I found like at least 100 messages to different girls. But all the messages were the same message, just to different girls. Oh, I'm going to come visit you. Oh, I can't stand Tracy. Oh, you're so hot.
How was sex with Clint? Was it any good?
Okay. I can honestly say yes. It was very good.
Good.
I'm not going to lie about it, because you know I don't lie. But yeah, it was amazing. Yes.
Amazing sex with Clint. What made it amazing?
Well, because Clint's like a nerd, and so you never think. But the nerdy guys, they know what to do.
He's studied.
They watch a lot of. I didn't know this, but they watch a lot of porn, and so he says. and they learn from porn.
Was he into like freaky stuff?
I was more into the role playing, and he was more into like the fantasy of having a threesome, which we thought about it, but we never did it.
Okay, role play. Were you a teacher? What are the roles?
No, I was a street hooker, and I was his little slut.
Okay, so you would role play as a hooker, and then he would pick you up.
He would pick me up down the street. I literally role played this on his street. He picked me up, and then he tied me up, and he was gonna hold me hostage. And I'm like, please, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. He's like, shut up, you're gonna love this. I'm like, no, I can't.
Would you be on the street, and then he would drive up? He would drive up and purchase you.
He would drive down the street, and I'd be walking. And he'd say, hey, do you need a ride? And I'm like, actually, yeah, I need you to take me to the store down the street. And he's like, well, I'm sorry, but you got to pay me ass, grass, or cash. And I've already got grass. I don't need any cash. So you know what that means. And I was like, so I have to give up the ass? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, let's go to your house real quick. And then we go over there, and that's when he'd be like, oh, you ain't going nowhere. And then he would tie me up. And
he'd tie you up and keep you as his hostage.
Yeah, kind of like he was going to hold me hostage, kind of.
Okay. So. But you were into it. Okay, so was the sex with Clint better than the sex with Luke?
Better than sex with who?
Luke.
Okay, okay. I always said that Clint was the best I ever had, which he was. And I never thought it could get any better. And
yeah,
that's one of the things I missed about Clint. Other than, I still missed him at the time, and I missed his sex. But Luke told me a whole different route. So no, his is way better. Luke's is way better. And I'm not just saying that because he's my boyfriend. I'm an honest person, and I actually think Clint's sex was better than the guy that I used to be in love with. So Luke's, though, he overtopped everything.
Is he into the role playing too?
We haven't done it, no. No. And he doesn't. He will not do a threesome with me. He won't do it.
Would you do a threesome with Clint and Luke?
Oh no, it would be me, Clint, and a girl. That's what that's what we were shooting for. But it never happened. But with Luke, I asked him if he wanted to have another girl. He said no, just to turn him on. But he said that wouldn't turn him on.
Okay, but you proposed a threesome with another girl.
I've offered, yeah.
How was the sex with Meth?
We didn't really have sex, but like once or twice, so it wasn't
that memorable. Oh.
I do know that Jen told me that Clint has failed every drug test with his probation, so he's going back to court because he for weed at the least, because they denied him to get a medical marijuana card, so he still was smoking weed during his probation for the DWI. So he's going to probably go to jail for a little bit. He hasn't done no community service. He hasn't done anything on that paper he's supposed to do.
Would you ever take Clint back if that came up?
Yeah.
You would?
And I didn't say that with any hesitation. I would. I would definitely give it a shot because he gave me a shot. He put up with a lot of shit for me. And now that I've realized everything, how selfish I was, it kind of helped me learn. And it would be cool to try it again. It would never be the same, but yeah, I would try it. Why not?
You would. So do you feel like that you were, like, how much do you feel like you were to blame for you guys breaking up?
Probably like 70%, but Clint wasn't, perfect now. Now, a lot of the things that they portrayed me on the show as being really, really bad. And, that was my bad girl image. And I wasn't perfect, but I didn't egg on, he did a lot of bad stuff too, but I didn't broadcast it because I loved him. And I told him I'd make him look like a good guy. And I didn't want to embarrass him or put, you know what I mean? I didn't want to, I had his back. There's a lot of things the show didn't show.
Like, can you let us in on, like what are some of the things that we don't know about Clint?
Okay. When I got out of prison, when I was in, the first time I met Clint, now before I met Clint, we were on the phone. We talked on the phone for like 6 months before I met him in person. He had already bought me meth before I got out of prison. I wasn't into meth, but he knew where to get it. He bought it for me. And I have it on emails, which I had to erase because I didn't want that on my email. And so he bought meth before I got out. And when I got out, I did crack. I quit crack the last time because it just wasn't the same. And Clint was like, I don't mind if you do meth. Clint was doing meth while I was on parole for 2 months. When my 2 months were up, that's when I started doing the meth with him. Did Clint get me on meth? No, I got myself on meth. The father of my child is the first guy I ever tried meth with. But Clint is the one that introduced me to the dealer. He's the one that, you know, would get it. And I pretty much did meth with Clint. I didn't introduce him to meth. He introduced me to meth. And another thing is, you know, his parents blame me for when he stole money from their safe at work. He's been stealing from his parents for 25 years. He's been robbing them blind at the market. Every week when we would go and put the briskets in the oven, he would go rob the safe. And he went for like thousands of dollars. It was just a couple $100 each week. They never knew. So, but people say it was my fault and whatever. How am I going to get in when I don't even know the code? But it's something he taught me, not that I taught him. And he said, oh, he robbed it because for Tracie, she wanted drugs, and I did it for her. And that's what he told his mom. So she's assuming I pressured him into it. I didn't even know about it.
Sarah and Michael. Now, what are your thoughts on their relationship?
Sarah, I can't speak for you, but I wouldn't want to be with a man that kept going back and forth. If you're not number one, find you a man that wants you as number one.
Right.
Screw the show. Screw the show. Do it with your heart. You know, do it with your heart. I know you love him. He's a part of your child, but get with the man where you're priority.
What are some of the strangest things that people have asked you for on your OnlyFans?
I got a really weird one that they wanted me to like pick up crickets with my feet and smash them. And I don't know if his fetish was the crickets or me picking them up with my feet. And when I asked on there, alive, and he said he wanted them alive. He wanted them alive. He has an infatuation with insects. And I said, I can't do that because I'm scared. I'm terrified of crickets and lizards and all that shit. And he's like, well, it's really easy. I'll tip you really good. And I've had the bathroom before. They asked me about do the bathroom thing.
What's the bathroom thing?
To do a live video of me going to the restroom. Number 2. They were serious. I thought it was a joke. It's not a joke. And I said, you're fucking nasty. And they said, no, don't knock it till you fucking try it. And they want to see all the wiping and stuff. Yeah, I mean.
No, they want to see the wiping.
Why? I don't understand. I can't understand it, but I can't knock anybody.
But I mean, no, there's no price for it. I mean, everyone has a price. I mean, what do you think? What do you think you would have done it for?
I don't know, 400, 500 maybe. I mean, you're not really doing anything. You're just kind of intimate moment to yourself. I think it's gross, but I can't really knock a lot of people's stuff because people all have their own thing. I mean, you know, we all have our fantasies, we all have our vices, and I guess he just liked to see women shit. I mean, some like for them to shit on them, but
yeah. But for 400, he can watch you wipe. I mean, so if this guy's watching, yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I think I would do it for $400. Why not? It's not doing nothing.
Okay. Now, what about sorry? What about with the crickets? Like, is there a price for you to pick up crickets?
He offered $100 because he said I wasn't doing anything, and it was a video for me to do it. So he offered me $100 for like 5 minutes to kill crickets. And
for the point of view lap dance, how much does that cost?
I think he tipped $300, and then after the video, I knew because I procrastinated the video. I kind of procrastinated, and I kind of made him wait. And then he was like, he tipped another $50, and then I'd send a sexy picture, and then he'd tip another $50. So overall, I made $400 on that. The lap dance was simple. I'm a very good dancer at that. And I put on a cute little black outfit, and I danced, and he said he tipped me a last $100. So that was probably the best tip I got was it was like $450 altogether just for a little lap dance.
A lot of people are accusing you of selling your body for money or drugs. Have you ever done that? Is that like I'm seeing that? I just figured I'd give you a chance to talk about it.
Yeah, I used to sell my body for crack cocaine. I sure did. I did it a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, I did.
How does that work? Like, what number is a lot? Like, just so people understand the progress that you've made too, like with your sobriety.
Well, just put it this way. I used to do tricks for men for like a hit of crack. So I would do just favors. It doesn't have to be all about sex. I would do favors for men for exchange for drugs.
Okay.
And now it's, yeah. But
like hundreds of times?
Within 10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
I was on drugs for 10 years.
How long have you been sober for?
Well, I've been doing a lot better. I don't know. Within these past 3 weeks, I really don't pay attention to the amounts, but I have done a little, but I don't think about it that much because I have my boyfriend.
You've done a little meth? Is that what you're saying? Or
I've done a little, but not. It's just not the same. It's not the same. I don't feel the same, and it's kind of just a waste of money. And so it's very, very cheap. It's very cheap. So it's not like I have to sleep around to make money from it because A, I don't even hardly do it, and B, it's very cheap, and so it would last me forever.
like, is it like a little bit of meth a week, or how did?
That bingo. That's point on it. Point on it. A little bit a week instead of every day.
Okay, but no crack or a little.
I haven't done crack in, I guess, 18 months maybe.
Jed Bailey, please cut. Okay.
Oh, great. Here, now you're going to do an interview with her. Here we go.
All right, this is Clint's girlfriend. I am here. Oh, okay. She's letting us know. Do you feel like Jen is stalking you?
She watches everything that I do. And yeah, maybe stalker status. Yeah, maybe.
I was going to say hi, Tracie. LOL. Okay.
Oh,
she wants to say
hi, Jen.
This is kind of funny. Okay.